Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Mariat Candice Nasas, and I'm so happy you're watching and you're subscribing and you're liking, and if you have hit that bell down here and get notifications all the time, go singa kati. So I have Prim with me here. You know her on radio. She does so many things, but most of you, I think, got to know her from radio, and we'll be talking to her about so very many things. Some of you have been asking for her and telling me one time, I think from my very first video when I talked to Mr. Mosh, and here she is right now.
In a corner, I'm thinking, when am I coming? Finally, the moment is here. I'm very excited to be here. And hi to everyone.
Good to have you. Let's start from the start. Where is Prim from? Who is she?
Hey! And let's start from the start. Well, Prim is, I prefer to say I'm from Bunyoro because, my ancestral home is in Hoima. That is where, my home is. But then I was born and raised in Masindi because my dad was working in Masindi then. So I am basically in between. I think I am more emotionally attached to Masindi because that is where I grew, that is where I went to school. So yeah, I prefer to say I'm from Bunyoro.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have siblings?
Oh yes, I do. It's a big family. I have 6 sisters and 1 brother and, several cousins. The entire extended family is how we grew up, yeah.
So you grew up in Masindi, not in Kampala. You're not a city girl.
Me growing up in Kampala, how? I am such a village girl. Yeah.
How was it like growing up? Because I also grew up in the village in Ntungamo. How was it like growing up?
Man. I don't even know how to explain it, but life is really, really, really different in the village. You know how it goes. So when you come to Kampala, your life literally turns around like this, but I'm lucky. I'm eventually, I settled in. I love it here. In that now I go to the village and I'm like, how did I even grow up here?
I know. I get this.
Oh my God. My friends are not there anymore. The ones that are there, we have nothing to talk about. You look at them and you're like, what happened? They are weather beaten. They are, man, life is really different. Yeah.
Which schools did you go to?
I went to Asaba Primary School, that is in Masindi, from my nursery to P7. Yeah. And then I joined Masindi High School, where I was from my senior 1 to my senior 6. I keep telling people I went to only 2 schools, and they're like, how?
Because they didn't expect people know you're very stubborn. You can't have just gone to 2 schools.
I was actually not stubborn in school, but I think because I am such a keeper, the things that... I know it's a bad habit. I am not very good with change. So I would see my sisters like changing schools and me, I'll be like, how, why, for what? Me, I'm going back to Masindi High. And they would go to other schools and I would stay, which is such a bad thing. I am trying to learn how to embrace change and know that in life you must move on. Yeah. If you must go to another school, go to another school. Try that. Yeah. So anyway, so I left Masindi High School and then I joined Ndeje University for my degree, which I did not finish.
We shall be talking about that later. Let's first stay with, so primary and secondary. Yeah. Which are your best subjects? The ones you like?
English. English. I was very, very bad with mathematics. I am very bad with mathematics, but English. I was always up there shining like a star.
Were you a prefect?
Not really, but I think at some point in high school, I was the speaker for UNSA. Yeah.
What is that? UNSA is?
The Uganda National Students. Yeah. I don't even remember. But I loved it because there was always an allowance. They used to pay us, I think, 8,000 for every sitting, which, hey, you in high school and you have like a 8K. Farm. Yeah.
All right, so then you leave Masindi and then come to Muchibuga, and then you join university.
Ooh, the excitement. I still remember that day when my mom put me and my big sister on a bus. We came to Kampala, but then it was, we reached quite late because we left Masindi a bit late. We arrived at about 7, so I did not get the chance to see Kampala very well.
Did the lights, the cars?
Yes, the cars were so many. I was like, my God, what is happening? I keep telling her, man, you should have taken me during the day so I can see Kampala very well. But yes, so yeah, we came to Kampala. I went to Ndeje University, but along the way...
What were you doing at Ndeje?
I was doing human resource. So well, Same year, I got to do other things that made me a bit busy. Much as I think busy was an excuse in my head, now I think it was an excuse because I feel like I should have done it all and actually completed my degree. I got pregnant along the way as well. So
When you contested for Miss Uganda when you were at university,
I was actually joining university. Yes.
how was the experience?
Farm. Fantastic. Up to today. Sometimes I even still have dreams of me on that Miss Uganda stage. It was, I think, one of the best things that ever happened to me. I learned too much. I got a platform. I got a job like the next day. So, you know, a girl coming from the village and like in a few weeks you have a job.
How did that happen?
Whoa. So, Blue Cube was sponsoring Miss Uganda then. So, it was sponsoring because Blue Cube was an SMS company then. It was a content creator. So there's a category in Miss Uganda, People's Choice Miss Uganda. So this is people vote for their favorite Miss Uganda, but through SMS, the short code 8777. So I was the first runners-up Miss Uganda, and then I was also the People's Choice Miss Uganda. So Blue Cube decided to give the People's Choice Miss Uganda a job. So I literally had a job the next day. Can you imagine?
That's good.
So
I just in joining university.
Yes, it was so cool. I was so happy. I just come from the village. I was excited. I did Miss Uganda. I killed it. I had a job.
You missed out on you being Miss Uganda.
Oh well.
Miss World.
Yeah, I know. But it was good enough still. Yeah, coming second was a very special thing. You know, my family was overwhelmed. I was overwhelmed.
First talk about that. I thought they would criticize you. My family would kill me, like literally.
Well, I actually hid it from my dad because I wasn't sure how it was going to play out with him, considering the type of dad that he is. But I told my mom, and I asked her not to tell him. So he saw it in the news.
Your mom is because I have met her. She's a very free-spirited woman.
Yeah, so I asked her, I was like, don't tell him now, please. He's going to kill me because I was very sure he's going to survive. Yeah? Is that why I sent you to Kampala? Yeah, those things. So I asked her not to tell him, and she kept a secret, surprisingly for once. So
my mom saying me in bikini miss you because I considered it meanwhile when I was at university, but I was like, that staunch Muslim home will have me buried 6 feet in a minute. So I didn't go. But how is it like growing up with your mother? Because she's a very...
I think she's also jolly when you people are around visitors, but but of course, just like any other mother, she's hard on you. She will kick you, fall doesn't speak you, kick you again. So yeah, you can.
She's the kind of woman who will go and watch like football.
Oh yeah. So Arsenal too much. Like her life Arsenal. Yeah.
Wow. And let's talk about now. So you get a job. And you get busy and don't continue with university.
I don't continue with university, which was a very bad thing. I regret it. I keep, telling people around me, I think it was just me making excuses in my head, like I am busy. And then we were doing all these Miss Uganda tours. And I applied for a dead year at university. But, so unfortunately, during that time, even before... I finished my reign as Miss Uganda first runners-up, and I got pregnant. So, man,
By the time you got pregnant, you're already working with Galaxy, right?
No. Actually, I got pregnant in 2012 because I had my baby in 2013. Yeah. So
you started working here when you're already pregnant.
I was a few months pregnant, much as I was.
And we had no idea.
I was hiding it. I hid it so well. Yeah. So I was, you are pregnant. My experience wasn't very nice. I was sick day in, day out. It was terrible. So clearly, I couldn't continue with school. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to die. When I am done having my baby, I can go back to school and complete my degree. This life, I won't kill myself. So I had my baby. She was so little. I kept thinking, so I leave this little child because I was going to school. So I gave myself time. I said, you know what? When my baby is 3, she can go to daycare. And because man, these stories that keep going around, housemaids and babies, I was like, hey. So when my baby was 3, she started going to school. daycare and I went back to school.
Yeah.
So I
You're supposed to have graduated 2020 if it wasn't for COVID-19.
I was supposed to graduate in March, but it was postponed. So hopefully maybe May. Yeah, so I'm done with my degree and I'm very happy.
Which course are you doing right now?
I completed what brought me to Kampala. Can you imagine? I am doing journalism and communication, majoring in PR. Yeah.
Okay. And let's talk about your career in radio, how it started out.
So I was working with Blue Cube, and Blue Cube is Galaxy FM's mother company.
Yeah.
So basically, I would be right here at work, and they are setting up the radio station and all that. And I would just come and say a few things on the microphone, and people thought I could actually do good as a radio presenter. And that is how I got a job.
Ever dream of being on radio or TV or anything?
Lord have mercy. If you ask anyone, my siblings, my parents, they'll tell you I am very lucky to be living a dream. I keep telling people I am very lucky to be doing my dream job. This is what I wanted to do when I was a little child. I so much wanted to be on radio. I would bother my mom in the village. There is a radio station, or actually two in Masindi, and I would tell her, take me. I want to see those radio presenters. I want to see, their workplace or how they live. Then she would tell me, I will take you. So I would be there scrubbing the house, the floor, so they can take me to see these guys.
Did she ever take you?
Oh yeah, you refuse how? I would be on her neck. So she would take me a few times and they would take me around and I loved it. I remember in my senior 6 VAC, I told her, but can't I really get a job? And she said, we can try. So we went to one of the radio stations and they actually gave me a job as a news anchor, but my dad said no. Yeah. He said, are you sleeping hungry? No. So what is the point? In my vacation, yes. He said, no, you can't work now. Yeah, and that's...
All right. So you're seeing them setting up and everything. Did you ask for the job or they called you?
I just kept doing a few demos, and my bosses said, you actually sound nice. So, my friend, I was right here in the compound, so how are you going to open a radio station and not give me a job? Yeah, so I think they gave me the job.
How has been that journey, the radio journey, being on air for the very first time? How is it like for someone who doesn't know what it feels like? I remember growing up, I used to think people are inside that radio. So I would actually be peeping through the holes in that speaker and I'm like, because I loved radio and I wanted to do radio so bad like you. So how has the journey been? Have you, because it was a dream then and now it's a reality, do you feel like it's what you wanted it to be or what you thought it was?
I still feel like radio is my dream job. I could do it for very many more years. It is a very fulfilling job. It makes me happy. Sometimes, life gets hard, things that you go through. And I look at myself and I'm like, what would happen if I didn't have this job that makes me happy? So I am very grateful. And I hope the journey can just continue to be amazing. Yeah.
All right. And of course, I think it was 2019, you were named Best Radio Presenter.
Yeah.
How did you find out about this and how did it make you feel?
I think found out, someone shared it in a group chat. I didn't know. I was like, oh, wow, nice. But it feels good to know that, your effort that you put in every day, is finally being appreciated, and knowing that you're doing something good. I get thousands of messages from young girls who tell me, oh, you are my role model. And I'm like, okay, wow, you inspire me so much. So it feels good to know that, people out there are loving what I am doing and my effort is paying off. Yeah.
Does Jehu know what you do?
Oh, yeah, she knows. She listens to radio sometimes.
She's very stubborn. So what does she say when she hears you talking about different topics and just doing your work?
Even when she's playing and, the radio is on and she's playing with her friends, she's like, that's my mom on radio. Then she goes back to play. Yeah. She thinks her mom is a star. Yeah.
Her mom is a star.
Oh, I think in her head she's a bigger star. When your child thinks you are some sort of, I don't know what, like my mom can do anything. That's the attitude she has. Yeah, which I like because I keep telling her, as a young girl, if you are confident and you work hard, you can do anything. I keep telling her you can be anything, Jehu, absolutely anything you want to be. And I only hope that she grows, into a very strong woman that works really.
What do you think she's interested in? Can you see it now, what she wants to be?
She loves singing, but I think she wants to be a comedian. She says she wants to make people laugh because she's very funny, like very, very, very funny. So yeah, she keeps saying she wants to make people laugh.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you have openly talked about how you don't use makeup and don't like makeup. Tell us about that.
Honestly, growing up in the village, I honestly got to know about makeup when I came to Kampala. I would be lying if I told you, Mbumi, I knew people wear makeup. No, apart from seeing these things on TV. As in the village, you shower, take a kachizigocho, Vaseline, and then, yes, you just put on your lips a bit so that the lips don't crack, and you go. So me, I come to Kampala, and girls are, hey, makeup everywhere. They are killing it, but I would be lying if I told you I even know how to apply foundation on my face. I don't. And I think, I don't know, some things I just had to learn. I have failed to learn, and I have...
It's hard to believe because of your journey, knowing that you did Miss Uganda and everything. People that usually take part in such are people who love beauty and makeup and things like that.
Yes, of course, at Miss Uganda, you have to wear makeup. I mean, there's makeup artists every day, so you're going to wake up and you're going to sit there, going to do your makeup. But for me, the makeup thing ended right there. I really don't even think that I look good with makeup, which people find strange. But when I wear makeup, I don't even want to look at myself in the mirror.
Okay. So this channel is basically about lifestyle, healthy living, but we needed to get to know Prim before we can dive into that. You work out often. I've seen clips on your Instagram. Yeah. When did you start? What made you start?
I've had trouble with my health, and my health has not been very good. And I remember one time my doctor saying, if you don't work out, you'll die a young girl. So that stuck in my head. When I don't work out, I am sick. I love working out. The gym is a very happy place for me. And now that we can't even go to the gym, it is very hard. But
one of those things you're missing.
Yes, so much. But even then, I try and work out at home. Yeah.
It's very hard to stay consistent. I work out too, but sometimes, man, I drag myself literally to the gym. How do you stay motivated to work out?
Because I know it is like how you wake up and you don't feel like going to work, but you know you have to go to work. For me, when I don't work out, it's a bad day. So I literally wake up and I know my day starts with dropping off my child to school, and I don't go back home. I go to the gym. I do like an hour then. Yeah. Yes.
And are you the kind of person that watches their diet? Because you, like, by looking at your body, someone would think, Prim does anyamazi breakfast, evening tea is watermelon, dinner is I don't know what.
No, not really too much, but yes, I do watch what I eat, because I know whatever you eat, you pay for at the gym. So yeah.
Okay. So what are some of those things that you make sure to add in your diet that are very good for you?
I eat a lot of vegetables. I am a veggie junkie. I eat a lot of vegetables. I drink a lot of water. I want a lot of protein. So yeah, that's a fruit so much. Like sometimes I wake up and I really don't feel like food, but at least I'll carry my fruits to work. Okay. Yeah.
And finally, as we wrap this up, just two more things. One, how is your day like from morning to evening, and are you a party animal? Are you someone who loves being indoors? Is this lockdown just your normal thing? Some of us, for me, lockdown is lifestyle. Like I just leave my show and then go back home and sleep. So
I was actually telling people lockdown is my life. I don't like to hang out. I do hang out, but not often. I'll do it like once a month, and even then, friends have dragged me out. I love to stay at home. So you asked what my day is like. It depends. Like sometimes I'll wake up.
What time do you wake up?
I wake up pretty much 5:50 around there, because I have to get ready and drop the little girl to school. So if I am going to school, then I have to make sure that I am at the gym quite early. I work out even if it is for 40 minutes, then finish. Luckily, her school and the gym are all like on the same route. So I get done with gym, freshen up very quickly and run for class, because my classes will start 8 or 8:30, and yeah, and then finish class and then head to work, finish work and head back home.
Okay. And give people 5 tips on how they can stay healthy or live a healthy lifestyle.
Being healthy, I don't know, like you can't just sit and start to hear people talk about living healthy. You need to do it yourself. Like my gym instructor keeps saying, like when he says do this and you're like, oh my God, I can't. He says, put your heart in it. Yeah, so it is a matter of putting your heart in it and knowing that you need to stay healthy, especially as you grow older, you realize that you need to eat healthy and live a healthy lifestyle. And then some people think that when we say healthy, we mean food or the gym, but it is even people, your friends, people that you let in your space, the men, the women. You cannot be healthy and then have a toxic relationship. It doesn't work like that. So health is a combination of things, because the people you interact with are going to, affect your emotional well-being. And so it is about watching your entire life. You don't need to just say, do not compromise. Think it is what you want and it is what you need, and you can do it and be very healthy, like overall. Yeah.
That's very good. Thank you very much, Prim.
Pleasure.
So I watched a doctor on TV the other day saying that if you don't eat food as medicine now, you'll eat medicine as food in future. So it's very important for you to see what you're eating and know that I need to eat this and this and this because it is good for my health. I need to do this and this and this because it is very good for my body and everything. And I love that Prim talked about food and how it's very important you need to be conscious and you need to be intentional. Actually, that's the word. You need to be intentional with what you do in regards to your health. And thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the interview. Always fun, being here, and make sure that I come up with this content and meet these people. I always learn something from whatever they say, and I hope you learned something. Make sure to watch and subscribe. Bye. Happy Ramadan.